Welcome, it's Abhigyan, just another quantum computing enthusiast from Quiftix. So in the previous articles, we dealt with single qubit gates and the overall state of a given qubit and the block sphere. So moving our discussion further, in this video we will be discussing about the basic and the simplest quantum algorithm, random number generator using a quantum computer. So in this video we will be generating a 4-bit random number using a quantum computer, a real quantum computer which is available which is by IBM through the cloud platform. So before moving along with the algorithm, it's important that I mention another gate. It's not a gate basically, it's basically a measurement device. So what it does is it measures the state of a given qubit along the z-axis. We already know that there are two possible endpoints on z-axis, which is 0 and which is 1. So it just collapses the state of a given qubit to be either 0 or 1, and this particular gate is non-reversible. That is, if I pass omega, let us say, and we obtain, let us say, 0, then there is no way of obtaining omega again from this 0, which means this is a non-reversible gate. In this video we will be dealing with this measurement gate and Hadamard gate. We are already familiar with the Hadamard gate. In the previous video we talked how it changes the state of a given qubit into a superposition, such that the given qubit has a probability of being 0 and 1 both 50%. So we already know that Hadamard on 0 gives us plus state, which is nothing but 0 plus 1 under root 2, which means alpha and beta both are 1 by under root 2, which means that the probability of the given qubit to be 0 or to be 1 is 50%, and Hadamard 1 is nothing but minus, or you can say 0 minus 1 by under root 2. And so if before continuing with the algorithm, it's important that you understand the intuition. The basic intuition behind this whole algorithm is that if we apply Hadamard gate first for a given qubit, then we are basically shifting, let us say it was 0 initially, we are basically shifting it to plus state, which is nothing but superposition, which is this state. And then if we were to measure this given value along the z-axis, then the probability of it this given measurement to be 0 or to be 1 is equal, and it's 50%. This given qubit can give 0 or 1 with the probability of 50%. So this is the basic rule of randomness, that we can basically predict what the value of the given qubit would be after we pass it through this circuit. So you can say this is the basic iteration or the basic building block of our whole algorithm. We will just be repeating this given circuit 4 times in order to get 4-bit random number. So continuing, let us now actually move on to the algorithm. So in this video I will be using IBM's quantum platform and Qiskit as a programming language. Let me just open IBM Q. So you can do the same if you want to run the same algorithm. Just type in IBM Q on the Google and type in select quantum computing IBM. So this page should open up. Just select launch IBM quantum experience. You will be well greeted with a login page. You can create your own account. I have already logged in, so I don't think I'll have to log in again, and I should get to the dashboard. There you go. So you will be greeted after you set up your page or set up your login details. You logged in, you will be welcomed like welcome Abhigyan Mishra. So first of all, I will tell you how the circuit actually looks like on a composer, what a composer is. So basically a composer gives you a graphical representation. You can say it allows you to create a quantum circuit graphically by using these gates as drag and drop gates. So for this we will be using Hadamard. So Hadamard and the measurement gate, which will be here. So what we did, we already talked that this would be a basic building block of the whole algorithm. So what we did, by using Hadamard gate on this qubit, we put this given qubit in a superposition, making it 50% probability of being 0 or 1. And after we measure it, we can't predict what the output will be. So we will be doing the same just again and again. So we want 4 qubit random number, so I'll just put 4 Hadamard gates, 4 qubits, 4 Hadamard gates, and 4 measurement gates. Now this is the overall circuit which we'll be working with. Now the trick here is, first of all, let me save this. It's saved. So the trick here is when I'll be running this circuit, by the way, this is these are actual quantum computer on which we'll be running our algorithms. The IBM provides in an open cloud platform. So what the trick here is, we select the number of shot to be 1. So we'll run only one for a given single iteration. So each qubit will have a 50% probability of being 0 or 1. Therefore we will just generate a 4-bit random number. So I just ran the algorithm. Now it will be in pending. It will take a few seconds. Here we go. The simulation of this algorithm on a real quantum computer has completed. So now we'll see the result, and we should get a probability 100% probability of generating a random 4-bit number. So we see here, when we ran the circuit on a real quantum computer, we had probability of we obtained the state 0 1 0 0 0 because we had 5 qubits. That's no issue. The last qubit doesn't have any significance, with 100% probability, which means this was a random bit which we generated on a real quantum computer. So if I run this algorithm again, I should be generating a different result. Let me again select the shot to be 1. Here we go. We just compiled, or you can say ran the given circuit on real quantum computer again. We should be generating a different result this time, which is completely random. There's no way of predicting what the result will be. So yeah, here we go. We got a different result. Here we got 0 1 0 0 0. Now if you are not comfortable with this form of representation, there is another form of way of performing this given experiment. That is by using Qiskit, the programming language with IBM's support, so you can say uses in order to program the quantum computers. So I have already given the code in the article, and I have updated, you can say. So what I did here was I went to Qiskit notebooks, which is nothing but a Python Jupyter notebook, and you will create a new notebook, and you can just copy your code here and you can run it. So let me explain each component to you. This is nothing but we are importing the necessary packages from the Qiskit library to perform a job. And here I have these are nothing, these are backend jobs. That means I'm just linking this given code to my IBM account. Here we have generated a quantum register because we are dealing with 4 bits, so we'll be generating 4-bit quantum register. And in order to store the value of this 4 quantum or you can say qubits in classical bits, I have generated a classical register of the same 4 bits. Now I'll generate a circuit with these 2 parameters, and then I apply Hadamard gate on each of the qubits for circuit.hq, which is the given circuit quantum register, and then I measure each circuit, each qubit. Then this is nothing but we are actually defining what quantum computer or real quantum computer to use in order to simulate this algorithm. Then we execute the job. This is nothing. There you go. And then we monitor the job, that is it is executing the job, and then we the result which we obtain. I just here I'm just extracting the key because we are only you can say only interested in the given only the bits which will be generated, not the probability itself. So if I run this algorithm here, let me see. Yeah, I just got it from here, and then I run this, then this, and then this. So it should be saying executing job status, job is actively running, should be running in the backend in a real quantum computer. Here we go, it just successfully completed job, and we generated a random 4-bit number. So that's it for this video. Congratulations on learning your first quantum algorithm. Go play around with it, go play around the circuit. You can try various gate. You can maybe generate 5 random numbers. Just had a Hadamard gate here and another measurement gate. So as many qubits you want to add, you can. So that's it for this video. I hope you like the video. Thank you.